Hey guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to this week's episode of Smart Money Sundays. I'm only going to go over a few pairs today. I don't really see much that is of pertinence right now. So I'm just going to kind of go over a lot of the majors and the dollar index here. So what are we doing? Well, we knew that a couple weeks ago we created these equal lows here. All the liquidity resting below here, we knew we were going to take out. All right. So we took shorts in here. It did rally back up, ended up falling in our direction, came up a little bit more than we expected. We do have equal highs. So what I'm thinking is that we can probably come lower, one, because we have equal lows here, we have a gap in here, we're making lower lows, lower highs, as you can see here with the trend. If I go back to the 4-hour time frame, these equal lows in here were swept with this move, and then we had a push to the upside. So I do think we can have one final drive to the downside here to test this sort of demand level. So what does this mean for all the other pairs? That means all XXX USD pairs should go long or continue to go long this week. All right, let's go to AUD USD. So that is exactly what we're looking at. All right, daily time frame. We are sort of in this counter trend move here to the downside. However, higher time frame, we did retest prior resistance. So continued upside is expected. You can see that we failed to make a lower low with this move. All right, we came sort of into this demand level here. All right, tap that, and now we could see a rise. Now, the reason why I like this, I can get rid of this, is because this supply level here was never touched. All right, we still have imbalance in here. All these distribution buying orders, well, they need to be taken care of. So push back up into this sort of region of price around 0.73 should be expected. So let's kind of pair that with all the other USD pairs. Euro USD continuations. This supply zone, a little bit more of a push up would be this demand zone down here, because obviously the dollar index, Euro USD, inversely correlated. So what I could see potentially is a push to the downside, maybe to fill up an imbalance, have an overall pullback, and then continue to go long into sort of this level, 1.19412. However, we are above the 4-hour 50 EMA. We did come into sort of this region of price here, this last selling volume before the up move. We did tap that. If we make a higher high, meaning if we break this high here and pull back, I'll be looking at sort of this level here to be taking longs. All right, so I'm not quite sure if we're going to get all the way back down into here. If we do, I will be taking a long from this level, 1.1750. But we could easily just do something like this. We could easily just push back down into here, where that level is, and then just continue. All right, so something like that. So we'll just have to wait and see what we can find on lower time frames during the right time of day, London, New York session. All right. So that's Euro USD, kind of the same deal with GBP USD. We still are making higher highs, higher lows. Not to say that we can't come down and sweep all this liquidity here. We are still bullish. Why are we still bullish? Well, we retested, and I've been over this many times with all you VIP members. Came into this area of pricing here. Prior support, turn resistance, turn support again. All right. We tapped this level here, filled imbalance on a lower time frame, right here, had to push up, entice some buyers, came back down, swept their stop losses. Now we're going to continue to rise. The counter trend has been broken, as you can see, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So we're making higher highs, higher lows. We should be looking for excuses to buy this. All right. So that is GBP USD. Nothing pertinent at the moment. Overall direction is still long. I do think that we can come up and take these highs in here. This is 2019 highs. I do think that can be run. We are above all EMAs. All right, just a few more. NZD USD, sort of the same deal. We are making higher highs, higher lows. On a lower time frame, we came into this demand level here, sweeping liquidity. Sell to buy, came down, mitigated that last candle. Came down, mitigated this demand zone. This candle in here was mitigated with this. So we are respecting these levels tremendously. All right. So where is our point of interest to be looking for buys? Well, knowing that we're still bullish, any sort of significant pullback, overall pullback in the market, because you can see higher high, higher low, higher high, imbalance, sort of this last demand level in here. So either this imbalance, or I believe there is a daily time frame last sell to buy order. We had a push up, very strong reaction. Now we're slowing down. Could we see a pullback? Maybe. And if we do, then we'll look to buy this around 0.66250 or 0.6605. All right, we are above all EMAs. Targets on this will be it'll be this supply zone in here around 0.677. But we could easily just make a new high. I mean, we are respecting higher highs, higher lows. So this is a higher high overall. Let's draw this up. Higher high, higher low, could make a higher high now. Okay, so that will be my first take profit right in here. Second take profit will be somewhere up there. And if that occurs, then I'll set that at a later time. But so far, any pullback to continue long is expected. USD CAD, last one I'm going to go over. USD CAD, we're still in a bearish market. All right, we're still making lower lows, lower highs. We did have a reaction from this original level. You can see we pushed up, all right, but then we fell right back down, taking all the stop losses below this low because everyone and their mother was trying to buy this. You can clearly see this, the resistance, turn support, everyone's buying it. Nope, sells back off, takes all the liquidity in here. We come back up, retest the same level, make a lower low. So now we should expect a lower high and a lower low again. Okay, so scaling in, what can we find? Well, probably sort of in this region of price. All right, is what we should be looking for sells. What we may do is we may have a little bit more of a push up on this, sweeping all the liquidity in here, tapping this last buy before the sell, and just scale in, see if there's any other. Yeah, it's like a little bit of a supply level right in here. That doji candle before the big fall. All right, so we could come back up into there and then fall. All right, we have not tested that level yet. We can see that this candle in here mitigated this last buy to sell a swept liquidity in here. All right, so I don't expect price to come much higher than this. If it does, I don't know if I'll be looking to sell it, because then it would be breaking the structure point here. You see the counter trend, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. If we break it and sustain above it and really close above this level here, we're probably going to be in for a long. All right, but until then, I'll be looking for shorting opportunities in and around that 1.31823 level, the open of this last buy to sell. See how we can react from this level and then look to take a short. All right, if we don't want to do that, and if you want to be a little more conservative with this, what we can do is simply wait for the counter trend to be broken. A reaction from the level, counter trend is broken. Oops, that was bad. Counter trend was broken, pull back, continuation. All right, so that's what we could also look for if you don't want to get in here and risk that. But we will look to take shorts from this level upon some proper reactions from that level. All right, so that is all I have for you guys tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Not much going on right now across the board. It's going to be patient and see what the beginning of the week gives us. So if you have any questions, as always, please let us know, and we'll speak to you guys soon. Thanks.